Good morning. It's Monday, April 18th, and that means two things. It's Earth Day this week, and can't remember when that ever mattered, and it is time for the Lighting Industry News Brief brought to you by Keystone Technologies. This week, we are brought to you by their OVA line of disc lights. So these are great for MDUs, commercial buildings. These are surface-mounted, which are better aesthetically compared to your screw-ins. They'll mount directly on a junction box, or they'll fit to a wide range of existing cans. And color select technology is right on the unit, which means you can flip from 4 color temperatures in the field to user preference. Ain't that great? That's KeystoneTech.com, or the link in the description, if you please. Into the news. New building codes may be down the road as infrastructure bill funding includes an RFI from the DOE asking states how they can boost codes for efficiency. Lockdowns, the ones in Shanghai are still going on, but they have now moved to Guangzhou. Just the schools so far, but they might go further in that particular manufacturing hub. Eaton is building a new campus. This will house all of their existing departments in Vantaa, Finland. Lightline is opening a distribution center in British Columbia, including a showroom, warehouse, and distribution options in Langley. That's 12,000 square foot, opens at the end of May. Jerry Wholesale has bought FM Supply. No word on price, but business as usual is planned. Speaking of buyouts, Elliot is buying out Kansas City Electrical Supply. This is a Texas company buying 2-location supplier in Missouri. Seoul Semiconductor is moving their auto lighting HQ to Germany. That's how slow this news week is. We have to talk about auto lighting. Epistar and Everlight have posted their March revenue, 36 and 16% gains respectively. Supply and demand for photocouplers has finally balanced thanks to the power of Taiwanese manufacturing. Power Home Solar is now rebranding as Pink Energy. Yesco is signing a contract with GSA. That's a new federal contract with the Government Services Administration. Only 27% of U.S. households had trouble paying for electricity in 2020. Ain't that nice? SPX bought International Tower Lighting. That's a PE firm buying an obstruction lighting group. We have a new regime in Afghanistan, if you might recall, and they are turning off the streetlights a lot more often. What does that mean for Kabul? Read more, because this is on nailed.org. Read it now. In legal briefs, WAC versus Scadlocks One Products fan controls. That's going to court. New patent lawsuit. Evistar and Willis have appealed their decision. Evistar has appealed their decision over Willis. This lawsuit over decorative net lighting is going back to court. DC Solar executive Robert A. Carmen will serve 6 years in prison and pay more than $600 million in fines for wire fraud. ETI has secured a new fixture patent for a two-tone nightlight function, and Osram has secured an occupancy sensor patent. A reminder, of course, that Nailed Convention will be held at Arclight Summit in Dallas. That's September 13th through 16th. We are taking registrations right up to the day, but book now because I think there's still a few slots in the room block. On April 18th, we have a web presentation from Shuji Yakamura on renewable energy at the Con Center. And we have 2 new award programs taking submissions. The WIL and Metamorphosis are seeking qualified candidates. In rep agencies, Hubble has picked Gormley Farrington for Western Pennsylvania and West Virginia. GE Current, a Daintree company, has named Pacific Northwest Lighting and Traffic for their roadway safety portfolio. LeGrand has added new states to their Sesco contract, and Amerlux has picked Exposure for New England. In recommended reading, again, all this on nailed.org, we have tips for lighting for low vision, PBS's Nova on light pollution, the most solvable pollution. LHRC's View from Mount Sinai drops episode 4. Dan Darby talks the future of trade shows. We have the future of energy storage from both sides of the grid, and we have a case study of the Las Vegas Convention Center's new West Hall. In IoT, the PNNL has created a threat profile for connected lighting, a new cybersecurity report. Synapse has launched an IoT rebate finder based on the DLC 5.0 QPL, and the D4I has created a new standard for data reporting, diagnostics, and sensors for digital controls, and Comcast is entering the smart city market. This is a brand new division built out of a pilot project in Philadelphia. In projections of the market variety, we can talk about 115 million in demand for smart buildings in 2026. Cobalt-free batteries are coming. Smart lighting to surpass 45 billion in value soon. Narrowband IoT to expand by 9%. Motion sensor lighting market will reach 162 million. LED floodlights, those are going to go up to by 11%, 12% gains for underground lighting. The global LED market will garner $192 billion in activity by 2030. Stadium lighting, that'll grow by 115 million. We have big moves in the energy retrofit market coming. We have connectivity market poised for 24% in gains. Vertical farming will hit 20 billion by 2029. And a DOA survey says that 47% of US homes are connected or lit mostly by LED at this point. In R&D, you can make quantum dots from rice husks. This is based on some research out of Hiroshima University, creating organic porous silicon. And the GIST has created a light-operated chip that doesn't need electricity. You just bounce lights, and it does 5 logic operations. Ain't that nifty? In dark sky news, Northwestern U, light is bad for your heart and your insulin resistance. Allen is kicking off earlier morning songs from saffron finches. Camp Verde, Arizona plans a dark sky-friendly sport lighting field. Clear Hills County, Alberta is planning dark sky horseback riding. Sleep deprivation is comparable to driving drunk. Light-tolerant pants don't actually tolerate light. They hate Allen, too. France's bioluminescent solution to light pollution might be coming to you. Mice exposed to dim light at night suffered from a lot of adverse effects. Mice are a lot like people, so keep that in mind. The New York City has passed a brand new lights out law for migration season. Hampshire River, UK ends a renovation plan over lighting. This is a $4 million rich people house. And we have the U of Calgary planning a smart lighting around their observatory. In horticultural news, Savora is planning a new greenhouse complex in Sainte-Sophie, Quebec. In People News, Michael Ramos is now at StanPro as a lighting specialist. Hosley is now the COO. Hosley has picked Shannon Hill as the COO, and Schiffers has resigned from her position at Floss. Needler Faucher has added 2 people to their board of shareholders. Gordon Electric Supply has promoted Christine Weller to marketing manager, and OCL has named Jen Butler as president. In local news, Iowa Quad Cities have a purple streetlight problem, and it's spreading. It's at 3 of the Quad Cities. Corpus Christi, Texas is funding new lighting for Whataburger Field. Do I need a sports section? The Minnesota DOT announces 230 highway lighting projects. New York State efficiency of efforts next target will be stock trading floors. Ohio power rates are too high. Southwest Florida utility is hit by supply chain issues. Strasburg, Virginia streetlights are switching to LED. Watson Lake in the Yukon Territory is getting new lighting to start. Harbison, South Carolina will be switching 600 streetlights to LED. Natchez, LA, that's Louisiana, receives state funds to light bridges. We have historic lamp post covers being targeted by thieves in Indiana. And Rancho Bernardo district of San Diego has 5,000 failed street lamps right now. In things you can make, it's a robot mop with a large LED display, and we can find out how shifty glass works. That's glass that changes color under different lighting conditions. I've been Scott Wachter. Thank you to Nailed. Thank you for listening. Enjoy your week. Enjoy the music.